Hey everyone, this is Mike. Apple has unveiled new MacBook Pros with the M5 Pro and M5 Max chips. At first glance, everything looks really cool. But here's the thing, I wouldn't recommend buying them right now. And let me explain why. Let's calmly break down what Apple has shown us and what's changed in the new lineup. So get comfortable and give this video a like. Let's go. Now, even the MacBook Air starts with 512 gigabytes. The MacBook Pro comes with at least 1 terabyte, and the M5 Max versions start with 2 terabytes of storage. Sounds great, but as usual, there are some catches with Apple. Along with that, the prices have gone up too. For example, the base MacBook Air with the M5 chip is now $100 more expensive. But if you remember how much it used to cost to upgrade from 256 gigabytes to 512, it turns out Apple just included that upgrade in the base price. So on one hand, it's more expensive, but on the other, for the same money, you would have made that same upgrade before. So technically, there's even a bit of an upside to this. But the MacBook Pro with the M5 Pro chip has gone up by almost $200. But again, if you compare it to the previous generation and add the memory upgrade to 1 terabyte, the new version still ends up being a better deal. It's the same story with the M5 Max. The price has gone up by about $400, but the base configuration now starts with 2 terabytes of storage right away. So Apple is pulling its favorite move again, making it more expensive, but also better equipped. Now, let's talk a bit about the chips themselves. Apple even slightly changed the names of the processor cores, which makes things a bit confusing. We used to be familiar with the classic setup, energy-efficient cores and performance cores. Now Apple is using new terminology. The cores that used to be called performance are now called super cores for heavy tasks, while the more economical cores are now called performance. It sounds a little strange and can be confusing, but basically it's the same architecture, just with different names. Speaking of increased power, the M5 Pro got several additional CPU cores. The base configuration now has 3 more cores, and the maxed out version has 4 more cores compared to the M4 Pro. As for the M5 Max, things get even more interesting here. Now it has an 18-core processor, which is several cores more than the previous generation. And all versions of the M5 Max come with 18 cores, regardless of the configuration. But when it comes to graphics, things are a bit more stable. The number of GPU cores has barely changed compared to the previous generation. On average, Apple promises about a 15% increase in CPU performance. So it's a solid upgrade, but there's nothing revolutionary here. There's another interesting thing, a new fusion architecture. Basically, it's a technology that allows multiple chips to be combined and work together as a single system. We've already seen a similar idea, for example, in the M3 Ultra, where 2 chips were joined together. Now Apple is taking this architecture even further. This could open up possibilities for future generations of processors, like the M6 and beyond. Inside the chips, everything is still integrated. CPU, GPU, neural engine, media engine, memory controller, and Thunderbolt 5 controller. At the same time, Apple has significantly boosted neural network performance. In some tasks, acceleration can reach 3, 4, or even 6 times faster. This is especially true for image generation, working with language models, and AI tasks. They've also improved graphics for gaming and 3D tasks. 3D graphics now run about 40% faster, ray tracing is up to 60% faster, and rendering complex video effects on the M5 Max can be 3 times faster than on the M4 Max. On average, you could say that graphics performance is about 20% faster overall. Another important upgrade is the ultra-fast SSDs. Now, speeds can reach almost 15 gigabytes per second. Of course, these numbers will mostly be seen in higher-end configurations, but even the base versions will see a noticeable speed boost. The already fast SSDs in the MacBook Pro are getting even faster. The bandwidth of unified memory has also increased. In the M5 Max version, it can reach up to 614 gigabytes per second, while the maximum memory capacity remains at 128 gigabytes. Another nice update is the new connectivity standards. Now, the entire MacBook Pro lineup comes with Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6.0. Apple has also improved battery life. For example, The MacBook Pro with the M5 chip can now run for up to 24 hours of video playback. That means almost a full day, about 3 hours more than before. Overall, the new MacBooks turned out to be very powerful, faster, more powerful, with quicker SSDs and better neural network performance. But here's the main question. Why don't I recommend buying them right now? The thing is, right now, there are a lot of rumors about the next generation of MacBook Pro. And it's not just about a chip upgrade. People are talking about a complete redesign. According to various sources, the next generation could feature a new chassis with a thinner and lighter design, and most importantly, a Tandem OLED display. The same technology is now used in the iPad Pro, and it's one of the best screens available on the market. Besides that, there's another interesting thing being discussed. Future MacBooks might get eSIM support, so the laptop could connect to the internet directly without needing to tether from your smartphone. This would make it much more convenient when you're on the road or traveling. So if you're currently using a MacBook Pro with an M1, M2, or even M3 chip, and it's still handling your tasks just fine, it might make sense to wait for the next generation. Because upgrading from an M1 straight to an M6 with a new design will be a much more noticeable upgrade. Now I'm curious to hear your opinion. Do you want to buy a MacBook Pro with the M5 Pro or M5 Max right now? Or are you going to wait for the next generation with the new design? Let me know in the comments. And if you found this video helpful, give it a like and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. This was Mike with you. See you next time.